But we know the technology of God-making. For different aspects of life, to open different windows into existence, we created different deities. In every village, they created their own deity. You have heard, there are any number of examples, I am a living example. But, unless it comes from the West, it is not true, If not from United States, at least it must come half the way from Greenwich Mean Time. Otherwise it cannot be true. You heard of Ramanujam for sure. So, in early 20th century, he simply poured out mathematics. Many dimensions of mathematics that he poured out, even today they're still analyzing. Some of them described the black holes in the space, in the galaxies. When he wrote these mathematical formulas, there was no concept of black hole in the scientific community. See, always there is a concept, then there is a theory, and then the mathematics. But when there was no concept, no theory, he made mathematics for the black holes. Even on his deathbed, he was sitting and pouring out mathematics. So they asked, where does this come from? He said, my Devi, the Devi that I worship, she bleeds mathematics. So these were deities which were created to open a certain window into the existence. And we created various kinds of deities. If you want protection, one kind; if you want love, another kind; if you want wealth, another kind. Like this, various deities we created to open up that dimension. It's just… see, if you do not know this, in South it is still… this terminology is still there. We call the deities still yantras. The word yantra literally means a machine. Today we have various kinds of machines. We have a microphone. Why? Only because we can speak, we came up with a microphone, isn't it so? If we had no speech, would we come up with a microphone? We came up with a bicycle. Why? Only because we are mobile, we can walk, we came up with a bicycle and every other automobile. Every machine that you have created is only an extension of your existing faculties. So similarly, we created subjective machines. So, for extending our faculties, to be able to do something that we ourselves could not do with our own limbs. See, you cannot travel at 100 kilometers per hour by yourself. Today you can sit in a car and go. You can go at 800 kilometers per hour on an airplane or more. So these are machines created by us, but they do things that we could not do ourselves. So similarly, we created subjective machines which we called as yantras or deities or murtis, which could do what we could not do. We have always… this is the only culture which has been conscious, God is our making. Everywhere else, this awareness has not been there, but unfortunately, we've gotten into this mode of fatalistic way of looking at our karma. Karma means the most dynamic way to exist, that is, my life is my making.
Guruji, शत प्रणाम। पोस्ट ट्रुथ एरा, क्या हम सत्य के समय से अलग जी रहे हैं? पोस्ट ट्रुथ एरा आजकल बड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग स्टेटमेंट चल रहा है कि क्या हम पोस्ट ट्रुथ एरा में जी रहे हैं? पोस्ट ट्रुथ एरा, पोस्ट ट्रुथ एरा। Are we living in post truth era?
Post truth.
Yes, it's a very new word. So it's a very confusing statement of some people. So I just wanted your
I don't know
blessings
who is
on this.
making those statements.
Because Shiva is truth and truth is Shiva. So how we can live in… is it true?
Shiva is truth and truth is Shiva. And how will you live in truth era?
Let us understand this. I don't know who is coming up with these kind of things, but I don't wish to comment on that, but let us understand this. What truth means is, for a long time, our Upanishads have been saying, Satyameva Jayate. What this means is, only truth works. Let me put it to you, because you're in post-truth era, you're from that era. Let me put it this way, whatever really works on all levels of life must be the truth, otherwise how will it work? For people from post-truth era, I'm saying, what truly works must be the truth, isn't it? What works on all levels of life must be the truth. So, it is just this much. What is a lie? If you take it out of your life, you don't have to invent truth, it will always be there. So everything that's not true, if you take it out of your life, truth is there. Don't go in search of truth, it's like going in search of freedom. You can't search for freedom, you can only break your bondages. Similarly, you can only take away the lies from your life. You don't really go in search of truth. You will spend a lifetime without finding anything.
It's an honor to be here. I love your stoles, the designer stoles.
You're missing the man.
We often talk about anger management, anger control, but if our soldiers don't show their anger, how are they going to fight wars at the border?
If they shoot in anger, they'll miss. They'll waste the cartridges. To shoot, you must be in a very even, balanced, equanimous mind, otherwise you cannot shoot. You don't have to be angry to shoot. If you're angry and shoot, you are not a soldier, you are a vandal. A soldier is standing up for a cause. He's not shooting because of his personal enmity with somebody. Yes, he's standing up for a nation. He's not standing up for his personal anger or enmity with somebody. So, if you want to shoot straight, you try and see. They can take you to the range today. You try and see. If you want to shoot, one thing that is necessary is you have to be balanced. Even if you have to… You know, even in a golf game it's called shooting, score. If you want to shoot straight, you got to be level-headed, otherwise you're not going to shoot straight. This is especially so with a bullet because of the velocity, and even the smallest variation, a micromillimeter variation will take it somewhere else. So, soldier need not be angry. That's why I told you, Krishna chose to give the Gita in the battlefield. He's talking about equanimity, not anger. Because if you want to win the war, you must be stable. Angry people will get killed.
Coming back to stoles, who designed stoles for you?
Guruji Pranam.
I love them. Especially the Shiva one.
Guruji Pranam.
My one